I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
And this is Geeked Up Gaming, and we're going to show you guys a character that a buddy of mine got. And you go ahead and take the plastic off so there's no glare. This is the character from Skull and Shackles, Ranzak.
He's a promo character.
Yep, he's got that special little P in the corner.
And we're not sure if he'll be available in the base set or in the character expansion. We're not sure how that's going to work, but he does have a P, so that could mean that's only how you get him. Here's his...
Yeah, and we'll actually, here, go ahead and lay everything on the table. And we're going to shoot over to a zoomed-in look at his roll card, which you get, you know, like... I had the monk, so I would be either Drunken Master or Zen Master. We'll show you that. We'll show you his character card. And we'll show his other card.
That tells how to build his...
It tells, yeah, how to build his character. That comes exclusively with this. And we'll show you that here on the table. But Anna likes to hold stuff up to the camera. She's got a bad habit. So
How's we'll go ahead habit?
We'll go ahead and go over to the cards on the table.
Alright, here's Ranzak. And he is a male goblin raider. And then on the back, it says goblins. I can't read upside down.
Oh, here, I'll read it upside down.
Oh.
It's actually a song that he sings, but I don't know how it goes exactly. So, I'll just read it to you. Goblins fight and goblins bleed. Ranzak takes what Ranzak needs. Follow orders. Don't give guff. Fight for Ranzak. He needs stuff. Ranzak wrote this clever verse. Ranzak's smart, so you go first. Come on, pirate, do your duty. Ranzak's ready for some booty. And he's talking about treasure booty, not the other one.
Of course. And so here's his card right here. And he has at least one of everything. He has 4 weapons, 1 spell, 1 armor, 4 items, 1 ally, and 4 blessings.
And this is starting out.
You're able to expand that.
Yeah, he's got the ability of having everything.
And then his character ability.
I didn't even look at that side.
I did, but I didn't read down here.
Stealth dexterity and disable dexterity.
D10 plus 1. Constitution is 12. Intelligence is 4. Wisdom is 4 plus 3.
He said he was
survival.
Smart, but I guess the way he was talking, you would guess he doesn't speak correct English.
Charisma is D6, and then it says sorry.
No, it doesn't say sorry.
It says proficient with light armors and weapons, and then if there's a chance at your location, you may evade a bane. A random other character at your location encounters it instead, and you can add 1d4 to your check to acquire a boon. You can expand that. And when you acquire a boon on your turn... Yeah,
but that's a power feat you have to grab onto.
No, you get 1d4 automatically. The plus 1 is...
But down here he rolls a d6.
Well,
I got it upside down. I can read it.
I can't read because of the glare. When you acquire a boon...
Yeah, when you acquire a boon on your turn, roll 1d6 on a... stat, you can add it for 3, but on 4, 5, or 6 is automatically what you get.
You get to explore again.
Yeah, but if you want to do a power feat, you can go up to 3, and then you would have 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'd have 4 out of a 6 chances to acquire a boon.
And then he can either be, a wrecker or a kleptomaniac. And the klepto...
She needs to learn how to read upside down.
Oh, it's the glare. So, how about
the glare? Oh, well, you can read it. I'm just saying. I don't see a glare.
I do.
From where I'm at.
I do. Once again, can't read upside down. These pregnancy eyes.
Oh,
if there's another chance, if there's another character at your location, you may invade a bane. A random other character at your location encounters it instead, which was on the other card. And you can add 1d4 plus 1 or plus 3. You have to add on to that with a power feat to acquire a boon. When you acquire a boon on your turn, roll 1d6 on 3, 4, 5. Same thing.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
What?
This parrot is the same size as him. How is that holding onto his shoulder? How is he even supporting that parrot right now? Look how big that parrot is. And he's only got 1 leg. Oh, he's not holding that guy up. There's no way.
He's airlight. Brett's airlight. When you close a location, add a plunder card from the box to your hand. Wow.
So that's the only thing we don't have in the...
We don't have plunder cards.
Yeah, so you would have to play it without the plunder cards, but everything else you could go for. You could, like, I don't know, with everyone agreeing on it, you can make a certain pile or a certain deck, the plunder deck or whatever, if you wanted to, because we were going to try to run them in the base set.
You can. It says on here. We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh.
And then this says, if another character at your location fails a check to acquire a boon, you may attempt to check it to acquire it. That's pretty cool.
Now this is on a roll card.
And when you receive... Yeah, so you have to do this after a certain point. When you receive plunder cards for successfully completing a scenario, you may banish any one of those cards and replace it with another plunder card from the box. And discard a card from the blessing deck to explore your location.
That's cool.
Oh, I guess that is cool. And then there's Record.
Of course.
If there's another character at your location, you may, same thing.
He's a raider,
the first three is the same. And then his special abilities as a Wrecker, recharge a card to add 2d4 to your check to defeat a barrier or a henchman. Then discard the top 1d4 cards from your deck. Ouch. At the end of your move step, if you are the only character at your location, you may move a random other character to your location. And after you defeat a monster from the location deck, you may examine the top card of the deck. If it's a boon, banish it. And if you defeat a henchman by at least 6, add 1d6 to your check to close the location, if any. Wow.
Okay, I want to do this one.
Okay.
I don't know why, but this one says, prepare to be boarded, August 2014. This will obviously be shown and promoted at Gen Con at the convention center here in Indianapolis, where we live. Woo! Which I have to look at it like 3 times a week because I drive by it all the time for work. But it's kind of cool. Center. Yeah, driving by the convention center.
You really drive by Gen Con. Hi, Gen Con.
Hello, Gen Con.
We say that when we drive by it.
Yeah, because that's the only reason we go to the convention center.
We miss you.
And this is actually a really good way of putting it on how this game plays. It says if you've got a gaming group that loves playing story-driven RPGs, but no one to game master or dungeon master your group, the Pathfinder adventure card game is a perfect choice. Now, I added Dungeon Master on there because, obviously, they didn't put that in there. And that was actually quoted by the Game Informer, which I didn't realize that Game Informer had a board game side. I thought they were only for video gaming because that's mostly what they're known for. But yeah, on the back of it is the character build sheet. The plunder table. What's D6 card type? D6. Oh, maybe I should just read the whole thing. Ranzak is a character for the Pathfinder adventure card game. You can play Ranzak with any set, including the currently available Rise of the Rune Lord set and the upcoming Skull and Shackles set. Ranzak is a scavenger, so when you build new decks, build the other characters first, then use leftover cards with the basic trait to fill out his card list. Ranzak's Kleptomaniac role uses a new feature from Skull and Shackles, Plunder. You'll have several ways to gain plunder in Skull and Shackles. Whenever you do, roll 1d6, and compare the result to the table below to determine the type of card you'll get as plunder. Oh, that's cool. So you roll a d6 and then you get either a weapon. 1 is a weapon, 2 is spell, 3 is armor, 4 is item, 5 is ally, and 6 is choose one of the above 5 card types. So if you roll a 6, you get to choose between the 5. But if you roll 1, you have to get a weapon. 2, you get a spell. 3, you get an armor. 4, item. 5, ally. Otherwise, Ranzak's character card and his role and token cards work just like the others in the Pathfinder adventure card game. Get the latest version of the full Pathfinder adventure card game rules at paizo.com/PACG. So I guess if you guys need a rule book that, yes, it didn't come with your Pathfinder.
There might be an expansion on the
Oh,
rules.
it's the latest version, so they probably went through their Q&As and made a whole new rule book, which was smart, because there was a lot of questions and answers.
Yeah, but Paizo's very connected with their people, and so
I mean, it was really easy for us to even get a hold of them.
Paizo's really connected with their people, and we had noticed that there was a lot of people asking questions about the rule book, because when we first got it, it was kind of like, well, how do you read this? You know, kind of things weren't in order. And they went and did like a Q&A and answered every possible question that you could have. So it was really easy to find the answers.
And then when you would actually ask a question, even if it had been asked before, they would just answer it instead of saying
refer to.
Refer to. Like, it wasn't refer to. It's like they actually had people talking about the Q&A. So that's kind of cool that they've put the promo card in there saying, hey, check out the new advanced whatever. Which I'm actually wondering if we can get a copy of the Skull and Shackles rulebook to print off, which we'll have to look and see.
But Mike Selinker is really, really involved with the people. Like, he'll talk to you on Twitter or anything. He's retweeted stuff we do, and
yeah, which was really exciting. Like, I just put it up and tagged him. I was like, you know how you tag somebody and you're like, okay, maybe they'll see it, maybe they won't. And he's retweeted a lot of our stuff. As far as you know, Pathfinder stuff that we tag him in. So it's like really kind of exciting to be like, oh, Mike Selinker saw our stuff, you know. But you know, it's exciting because we're growing, and it's kind of nice to see that people are noticing us a little bit. So let's go ahead and
wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll come back to us now. We'll get away from the zoomed in cards and talk a little bit about what we hope Skull and Shackles will be, which I think it'll be exactly what we want. But anyways, let's go over there and we'll talk about that. Okay, so in between transitions, I was telling Anna that we should sing the song, but she didn't want to sing it with me.
Because if it wakes up our baby, then he's in
yeah,
trouble.
Holden is sleeping. I told you guys, every time I turn the camera on, he goes to sleep. Well, he was in one of our last review videos. Anyways, the song on the back is actually Ranzak's song. It's not for all the goblins. Skull and Shackles. Like, I don't know. I hope that obviously it's pirates, which is awesome, which I think if they would have came out with pirates first and then came out with the Rise of the Rune Lords, I think that they probably wouldn't have done as well with Rise of the Rune Lords. So I think that the way that they're building it is pretty good. But
goblins sell, pirates sell. I mean, it's all.
Yeah, well.
But it also has to do with their Pathfinder role-playing game.
If they made a game based around Minotaurs, I'd probably buy like 6 copies.
But there's not a Pathfinder role-playing about Minotaurs.
I know. Hello, that's what I'm saying. Mike Selinker, hello. You can make some Minotaurs, please. Because you got the goblins. What else does he have in there? What kind of characters are we missing?
Well, we're not missing Pillbug. I don't like him.
Well, we're missing, like, okay, we got goblins. Let's do...
There's dragons.
Let's do, like, trolls and...
There is.
No, I mean, like, trolls on the good side.
There's that mama troll with the boobies.
Yeah, that's nasty. Why'd you do that, Mike? That's disgusting. Anyways. Yeah, because when I pulled that card out, I was like, this girl's got her boob hanging out, and she's not attractive at all. That's the one where we run it, and it's the inbreds. They say hillbilly, whatever. I mean,
trolls, I think. Are they trolls?
I don't know. They're disgusting.
Ogres.
That's what they are. They're crossbred. Yeah, ogres. That's what they are. That's just, I don't know. I don't know why would you put that in a game. I think it's humorous, I guess. I mean, obviously we're talking about it, so it's probably maybe why they put it in there, so that some people will talk about it. But as far as Skull and Shackles,
I mean, the plunder aspect is really cool.
Locations, I'm really thinking about, like, what will the locations be? The what?
The galley, the...
You know, like, are they going to do... Like, I can just imagine, like, well, there's a little bit of picture of in the box, but, like, this, like, beautiful, like, coastline, like a gulf. And then there's, like, blue ocean, like, Caribbean ocean water. And then, like, you know, a fleet of pirate ships, like, sitting inside the gulf, which are
Well, I think of
friendlies.
Like Tortuga and like...
Yeah, if they put the a la Tortuga on there, that'd be cool.
I just see the like the tavern and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about Pathfinder is that you actually... Like, okay, I was telling this to our friend last night, that when it first came out and everyone was like going crazy about it, I had no interest in it. And everyone kept saying, oh, it's like this adventure in a box. And I'm like, okay, like, Run for Your Life Candyman's an adventure in a box. What do you mean? You know, it just didn't concept. But
yeah,
I was like hugging the game a week ago. I was like, I love this game.
Yeah, well,
because it really is adventurous and you feel like, oh, I gotta build my character. I want that spell so bad. Or
yeah, and at Gen Con, when it first came out, we were in the hallway starting to play it. She wanted to play Werewolf. I was like, I've done Werewolf. You know, I'm gonna go try the Pathfinder thing. So we like get the whole
play Werewolf with the baby.
Yeah, and we get the whole game set up for Pathfinder. And the guy that was with us, that actually he bought it because he had played, I think, some of the, like the RPGs and all the dice stuff. Did the dice game come after this or before it? Anyways, he used to play some of the other Pathfinder stuff leading up to this, and it's on a side note, this is a really good idea because I would have never gotten into the Pathfinder anything if it weren't for this card game. But anyways, we set the whole game up, and then our buddy was reading through the rule book, and we didn't end up even playing. I was like, was it that complex that we can't figure it out? Well, once you learn the game, it's so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you do need to pay attention to the cards and what's going on. We've made several errors in some of our videos just not paying attention.
There's so much.
Yeah, because there's just so much stuff. If you wanted to go through it, it would take twice as long to play it. But you would read, every time you flip the card over, you would read your...
This card, this card, this card. You'd have to read like 6 cards.
Yeah, you would have to read the adventure, and then read your scenario, and then read your location, and then read the card that you're encountering right there in front of you.
Yeah, we try to do it like that, but it's, I mean, sometimes it's hard to, and you
yeah,
forget.
So we kind of play it laid back, you know, because we're not making money playing the game or anything.
It's fun for us, and
yeah, we're playing the game to play the game and to have fun with it. So it's
we're not rule Nazis,
yeah,
but we
follow enough rules to play the game correctly.
We follow rules to play a game correctly, but if we miss something, we miss something, you know.
Yeah.
And
we do appreciate everyone that leaves comments.
Yeah, and it
on
helps
the
us in the future. Oh, okay, and maybe we read a card wrong,
yeah,
and that happens too. But I mean, you know, we're just a family, and that's what we do.
And then there's a lot of cards because I think they had different writers for some cards. Now, I was told that Skull and Shackles is going to have the same writer for all the cards, so that everything will be written in the same sense. Where this one was written by a couple different writers, so how you interpret the cards were your personal interpretation.
Well, we ran across someone who didn't clarify, and I don't know how you get it confused.
Yeah, he didn't clarify.
He didn't know the difference between banish, recharge, discard, and bury.
And if you don't know those 4 differences, then you need to go through the rulebook and read those 4 differences, because they're going to make a huge difference.
Right, because he was saying that the game, he found a broken
Yeah, he said something about he could...
The Holy Candle.
Pull from a graveyard. Yeah, the Holy Candle.
One character can pull from the graveyard. I don't know which one that one is. But one... Or not the graveyard, from the discard pile. And then the Holy Candle...
It's dead. It's my death pile.
But the Holy Candle, he said, well, the Holy Candle lets you, you know, put 1d6 back into the time deck.
Yeah.
Or the blessing deck. And so he said, you know, this character will re-pull it. It gets used back and forth. And I said... No, the Holy Candle is buried. Yeah. He goes, well, yeah, he can get it. And I was like, no. You know, when a card's buried, it goes underneath your character.
So that it's no longer available.
And it's not available. It's not able to be. And he was like, oh. And I can understand because there's a lot of different terms, but...
The only thing that didn't... And I don't mean to, like, thrash on somebody, but he's also a heavy Magic player. You have to know, playing Magic, the differences. I mean,
I would think you would know, but
anyways, just there's a lot of misinterpretations of the rulebook. Maybe that misinterpretation was completely just
I can see how it would be understood that maybe that it could be a different rider and you don't know the difference between this term and that term, and that they all mean discard or whatever. But
yeah,
the rules are pretty specific. Bury, banish, discard.
Yeah, and they all have their own glossary, don't they? I'm not going to get the box open right now.
Yeah, I think they all have their own definition in the rule book. Bury, banish, discard, and isn't there another one?
Yeah.
I just said it, didn't I?
Bury, banish,
And
discard.
Recharge.
Bury, banish, recharge. Yeah, recharge is when you put your health back in your deck. Banish, it goes back to the box. Discard, it goes to your death life pile. And then, what was the other one?
Bury, it goes underneath.
Bury goes under your character stat sheet. So it is unretrievable.
It's still part of your...
Although, we have not hit the last expansion on Pathfinder yet. So there may be something that'll be like, you can grab a card from the buried pile. Oh, okay, cool. And then at that point, which I hope they don't do that, because then at that point there will be a lot of cards that keep repeating and recirculating.
It's a one-time use.
Yeah. So the one-time use bury is a good thing to have in the game, because there's some cards in there that if they could repeat,
like that, like he
you
thought
blow this game away.
He thought that he had broken the game. And
yeah.
Really.
And this is actually, I think, the first game that I played. I've played a few games, but usually I try to find something I can do, and I'll be like, oh, I can do this, and then I'll find out that I can't do it. It's illegal. So I not only do I play the game and let you guys know what these games are like, but I'm also playtesting it. And though I don't expect a game like this to have any flaws or anything as far as how the game's supposed to be played. But you can come across it, and then it happens. And sometimes it leaks through, and you just can't catch everything, especially with a game that's this complex. But they did very well at putting it together. So kudos to Mike Sillinger and everything that he's done with the Pathfinder series thus far. Is there anything else? I mean,
no, we're excited.
Yeah, we weren't really talking about anything in particular, but
it's really cool to have kind of like a little character. It's really exciting. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, if you guys want to, on Twitter, you can follow
at Mr. Shadestep.
At Mr. Shadestep. He actually gave this to us last night. They were doing a promo something for Pathfinder down in Bloomington. Mm-hmm. Down in Bloomington, southern Indiana. It's not so southern, it's...
Mid-southern?
It's about 40 minutes from where we're at. We're in Whiteland, which is also 40 minutes from downtown Convention Center.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Depends
so
on
about an hour
traffic.
from Indianapolis down south is Bloomington, and that's where he was at, but he lived in that area, so it was Free RPG Day. That's what it was. Right there it says on the card, Free RPG Day. So that's cool. There's probably, and the cool thing about it is he was talking to the guy that was handing these out, and he's like, do you need an extra one that other people might need? And I guess the guy gave him like a big old stack of them, because there was a bunch of us obviously needed. We didn't need it. I didn't even know it existed.
I had seen the picture of him.
Yeah, I've seen it on Google
but
and
I
stuff.
didn't know if someone had...
I thought it was just Paizo posting stuff, saying, look at us, look at this game.
Yeah,
and Mike
really
posting
cool.
stuff, but it is actually out, and it is accessible. You might be able to contact Billy, and he might be able to give you a copy, but...
I don't know,
knowing him, he's probably already got them all distributed.
Yeah, I think he did.
But you could try. It never hurts to try. Plus, you can make a new friend. You can be our friend, too. But we can't give you anything, because we only have one.
No stickers.
Yeah, we have our logo stickers. You guys can
Hold them up.
ask us for one of those. At Gen Con, we'll have these, and they are vinyl, like decal vinyl. So when you go to lay it down or put it on whatever you're putting it on, you'll probably need a squeegee, just to lay it down and squeegee it at the same time.
Don't use a razor blade. He learned that lesson. With that
that was my Transformer sticker.
Oh.
Anyways, we're getting off topic, so we're gonna go ahead and shut it down and possibly play with the character and see see how awesome he is, because he's got a little bit of everything in him.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Which, pan up.
Oh, yeah.
We
if you guys are ever wondering what was behind us in our reviews, other than the lays there, Anna used to work somewhere, Best Buy, and she got one of the displays for Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's what that is.
I've got long-standing posters over here too of Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, we got Jack Sparrow and stuff. So the pirate theme, yes, it may be the same game with a new face.
But we love pirates.
But we like pirates, so we're gonna get it. Because other than Pirates Cove,
we have that one game that we don't really care for.
That's pirates?
Yeah.
Letter to Mark? Letter of Mark?
There's a lot of pirate games out there.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are the same. You build up your ship, you get your crew, you go out and you...
Yeah, this one, you're the pirate, you're not the ship. Like
maybe
Pirates Cove, you're a ship and you try to build your guns.
I don't think all the
and
characters,
stuff.
like, that's something I would predict, is that all the characters won't be pirates.
No, well this isn't even a pirate, he's a raider.
Yeah, I think we'll be fighting a lot of pirates.
Correction on that, that's a raider, not a pirate.
Yeah,
Yes.
he says pirate.
Well, he's gonna go against pirates.
Come on, pirates, do your duty. Ranzak's ready for some booty. Come on, pirates.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's...
No, he's talking to his crew.
I don't know. This is a character that I'll probably have sleeved. I'll have his character sheet sleeved. Also, I just read this. I was on Board Game Geek, and they actually have the character sheets that you can print these off. They are available on Paizo.com, so if you do have the character, you can print that off and not mark on the card. Because we don't mark on any of our cards. I actually need to sleeve all my characters because they're starting to get wore out from handling them.
We need more dice too, because...
Yeah, we need more dice, because my dexterity is rolling over on the dice where we got to start using our. It's still a D10, but it's the 100. It's the 10, 20, 30, 40, and I don't mind using them. But sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh look, 20 damage. Oh, that's only 2. I'm sorry. Yeah. So sometimes it gets confusing. I've only got 3 sets of dice plus the set that came with the game.
Plus we like dice.
Yeah. Which I think 1 year at Gen Con where I'm going to make it a goal to take a pillowcase and fill it with dice.
I ain't carrying it. I ain't pushing it in the stroller.
It'll probably pop the seam and blow out and flow all over the floor. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up. I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
This is Geeked Up Gaming Review Group, and we hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe, hit that red button on whatever corner it's on. I'm not going to point because last time I looked like an idiot because it was on the opposite side. And like our video. Yeah, so it might be over there, over here. I think it's actually right here. I don't know how that's going to play out. That's probably wrong. Anyways, follow us on Twitter. We are now posting to Board Game Geek, so this will probably be on BGG, and you guys can check it out. Please share it. We kind of want to get our name out there, and if you guys ever want to, if you're in the area, you could possibly come do a review with us. We know that's probably not as exciting as maybe trying to get with like somebody else. I'm not going to say their name because I would be promoting someone else. Anyways, I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
This is Geeked Up Gaming Review Group, and this is Skull and Shackles Ranzak promo character.